Hey everyone, what is up? My name is Martin and welcome to my YouTube channel, AAA Digest, where I've started to make Cyberpunk 2077 videos like the rest of the internet, apparently. But if you want to join our small hype train, please be my guest. So to follow up yesterday's video, I decided to gather some other pieces of information I found quite interesting, from skills to some history released on Pacifica and Cyberspace, so let's go. So number one, skills can change animations. So skills can be increased via using them. As an example, your sniper rifle skills will gradually increase as you use sniper rifles in-game by killing enemies, and it also improves a little faster via headshot kills. Although certain skills can be enhanced rapidly through the use of specific cyberware. So a unique piece of cyberware may improve your shotgun skill by multiple levels, and as your sniper rifle skill increases, accuracy will increase, and so will V's reload speed with rifles, which will show in the animations of your character. V's reload will be much smoother and his or her weapon handling will be much more advanced, and this was explained by Miles Tost, level designer at CD Projekt Red, on Twitter. So there will be a noticeable difference from being a novice with a weapon to being a master, which is an excellent way, in my opinion, to showcase character progression through gameplay, which not many games do. And number two, the shooting range. So the in-game shooting range will offer V the option to increase her firearm skills, giving her a slight buff and increased learning speed. And this is mostly used as a catch-up mechanic. As an example, if you're using shotguns all game and decided, hey, I want to improve my handgun skills a little for this specific mission, then the shooting range offers you that option. So touching on vehicles, you're able to steal cars and motorcycles, and unique one-off cars and motorcycles can be obtained through quests and side missions. Although touching on motorcycles specifically, right now at this point, they are quite limited in regards to their customization options. In that same interview with Miles, he explained, in comparison to cars, motorcycles have very few options, although they are looking into expanding options for motorcycles. Now this might be an odd piece of information, but news gathered from Marius Thomas Yakovich, I love you, but I hate your name. He shed some light on what's happening in Haiti and why Night City's district Pacifica is attracting Haitians in general. Quote, so in this timeline specifically, Haiti itself has had to face a lot of natural disasters, being ravaged by floods and tsunamis. So Haitians have been forced to flee Haiti and come to Night City seeking work, with the majority being hired as cheap labor by major corporations within Night City to help build Pacifica, which was originally planned to be a commercial and tourist district until funding was pulled from the operation, leaving Pacifica to become the slums of Night City. So with Haiti ravaged and destroyed, the working Haitians had no real opportunities and have been forced into a life of crime, and they've made a name for themselves as the Voodoo Boys, who mostly control Pacifica and are slightly tied to Johnny Silverhand. And Marius also insists that each district has a unique history, so that's the first we've got, but all reflect a common message of this oppressive city that has built the system that grinds people up and tosses them aside when it doesn't need them. And the next point is cyberspace and NetWatch. So cyberspace is a complex internet that V can connect through her Neuro interface that each individual witnesses a little differently as their brain analyzes an overwhelming amount of data, and imagery will differ from each person based on their own life experiences, which is pretty cool. So during the years 2020 to 2077, a legendary hacker released a complex malware and rogue AI within cyberspace, which caused a global crisis. So funded by the corporations, NetWatch was created, a collection of expert hackers and netrunners that were hired to combat the corruption within cyberspace. Thus they created the Black Wall, which is basically the greatest internet firewall that has ever been created. And no one that has went beyond the Black Wall has ever returned due to its dangers. Yet beyond the Black Wall holds undiscovered data and history from previous eras. So it's very mysterious, and we can assume V will venture forth in search of truth. So that's why Night City have been forced to resort to using local networks instead of a worldwide web. And that's how V can hack into a gang's network, because they're all connected locally into that specific location. And number 6, non-lethal playthrough. So as mentioned previously, the game can't be completed without being forced to kill anyone. The player can maneuver around each area via stealth, knocking out opponents, hacking, and talking their way out of specific situations. Although disclaimer, there will be no pacifist achievement, stated by Miles in relation to playstyles. Quote, it's part of the reason we don't have a pacifist achievement, because we don't want players to feel like they're being forced into any sort of playstyle. So for any achievement or trophy hunters out there, you don't need to methodically stealth your way through each level to 100% Cyberpunk 2077, which is something I think I want to do. And the final and a very short point, Nanowire. So another introduction of a melee weapon alongside the Mantis blades and samurai swords. We got the Nanowire, which can dismember enemies' limbs in a swiping motion from a short distance, and it allows V to hack characters from afar, which is kind of cool. But yeah guys, that is the end of this Cyberpunk video. I'll have another tomorrow revolving around our main protagonist V, which will start our first character details video for Cyberpunk. Also, I'll have another video at some point discussing the channel in general. I'm looking into expanding AAA Digest by bringing another person on board to create videos, maybe a couple people actually, and help me keep this channel active going forward. But I shall talk more about this later, and if you have any content creators that run smaller channels that would be a fit for AAA Digest and for my type of personality, let me know. The hunt begins. Sorry, that sounds like I'm going to kill him. But I'll catch you guys in the next one, which is tomorrow. Later. Bye-bye.